Wall Street Journal editorial page, Jason Riley, and I'll read more of it later. I mean, he's very conservative, Trump-supporting guy. But he's talking about something that I've been thinking about over the past couple of days, and that is that every administration overreaches and every administration pays for overreaching. And you talk to people in the Trump administration, people around the Trump administration, they believe, like everybody who walks through those gates, that this is the end of history. The smartest people ever walk through the gates, and everybody. Meek and I will not say the administration we said this to, but really, you think you're the smartest people ever? Do you not think the people that left with a 22% approval rating at the end of their administration when they walked through the gates also thought they were the smartest people ever? Yeah, you're not. We've seen this rodeo before, but this is Jason Riley. What he talks about.
Rodeo.
The distinction matters. Okay, we haven't seen this rodeo before.
No.
We've seen others. It's about power that comes and goes. For MAGA diehards, there's no such thing as a president going too far. It wasn't Mr. Trump's base, however, who put him over the top in the election. Swing voters who couldn't bring themselves to cast a ballot for Kamala Harris are the major reason Mr. Trump won the popular vote in the presidency. The distinction matters. Trump loyalists don't care if the president's pardons on January 6 protesters who assaulted police officers after he condemned George Floyd's protesters who assaulted police officers. It doesn't concern them that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the president's nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services, declared as recently as 2023 that, quote, there's no vaccine that's safe and effective.
Okay.
2023. They may not care, but a hell of a lot of Americans do.
So let's move on now. A federal judge in D.C. yesterday temporarily prevented the Trump administration from carrying through with its plans to pause trillions of dollars in federal loans, grants, and other financial assistance just minutes before it was set to take effect. The judge ruled the courts need more time to consider the ramifications of Trump's order, which is part of his administration's push to unravel programs that don't align with his agenda. The stay only affects the disbursement of government funds that have already been authorized, not money that was being sought. A decision is expected to be issued on Monday. The ruling was seen as a win for nonprofit and public health groups who filed a lawsuit earlier in the day. However, the order does not touch on the legality of Trump's freeze on grants and loans. Meanwhile, the move sparked chaos as to whether to pause. The pause would impact Medicaid reimbursement, which provides health insurance to more than 72 million people. Several states reported portals were offline yesterday afternoon. The White House blamed an outage for locking out agencies. Later in the day, Medicaid programs reported they were finally able to resume accessing their payment system. At one point, there was also concern about the sudden suspension of SNAP benefits, Social Security and Medicare. But the White House says those benefits are not impacted.
Well, there's so much to talk about here.
The chaos is kind of the point.
Well,
one of the points.
I think,
absolutely.
I think on Medicaid especially, Jonathan Lemire, don't know what caused that outage. Maybe you can provide us more insight. Medicaid, though, it must be said, Medicaid drives rural health care. Medicaid drives even for middle class Americans, a lot of nursing homes, a lot of other things that Americans don't understand. Medicaid helps on. It keeps a lot of hospitals open all across America, especially in rural America. So when it went offline yesterday, obviously devastating. But Jonathan, I was thinking yesterday, and when the judge stepped in, it wasn't a surprise at all. We used to have this debate about line item vetoes. Pass a budget, but give the president the power to do line item vetoes. It didn't get through. It didn't pass. I see no way, I could be wrong here, but that courts would allow Congress, the Article 1 branch, to do what Madison said is their one of their most important powers, and that is to fund government programs and then allow the Article 2 branch, the president, to, in effect, do line item vetoes and say, don't like this, so we're not going to allow that funded. We don't like that. So just as a matter of law, as a matter of the Constitution, I don't see any court, any serious court holding this up.
Yeah, that had been the legal speculation, is that this was an overreach of the presidential powers here, that he does have the ability to pause funding streams, but not to end them. And certainly this judge yesterday, though, did not rule on the legality of the matter, put this freeze in effect until Monday. But I can't stress enough, as we sort of sift through this, has been the story here in Washington the last couple of days. I mean, yes, the Medicare funding, the White House has said that was a coincidental glitch that had nothing to do with these pauses. Some Democrats not so sure. Senator Chris Murphy, for instance, suggested there was more to it. We've heard from several states that they went down. Also some Republicans, some red state governors raising alarms, saying, look, my constituents need this. And that's part of this here. So many of the programs that were targeted directly, intentionally targeted here, freezing their funds, impact Trump voters as well as other Americans. And it's a long list here. It's SNAP benefits, WIC, subsidized school meal programs, USAID programs, homeless veterans programs, mental health programs, victims programs. The amount of social services that depend on this federal funding, it's a really complicated process and time-consuming process to get that money approved in the first place. These sort of organizations have really been left reeling here. And it's the first moment, I'll close with this, where the Democrats do, to Mika's point earlier, have sort of not been able to find steady footing to combat some of the chaos. And some of that is a deliberate strategy, as I reported yesterday as well. But this is a moment where they found their voice, at least for now, saying, look, this is too far. And they were joined by some Republicans while doing so.
Now, and you are so right. People that are running around going, Rev, what's the Democrat strategy? What's the Democrat strategy? Why aren't they doing anything? Well, you talk to top Democratic leaders on the Hill, and they're like, we're going to see. We're going to wait. Nobody's going to be able to say that we came out early.
We're not going to
and we did what we did in 2017. We're not the resistance. We're the loyal opposition. We're going to wait. And they are waiting. And every day they believe they're getting something, another powerful political tool to use against Republicans. And yesterday, I mean, when the Medicaid portal shuts down, when PEPFAR is frozen and now unfrozen, all these things that are happening, these Democrats that are telling everybody, hold, wait, hold on. This old Bunker Hill thing, wait till you see the whites of their eyes. It's very interesting how this is happening.
No, it is very interesting. And I think for those seasoned Democrats that's been the battle before, they knew just give it time. These people were hurting themselves. I told Hakeem Jeffries, who I know well, he grew up in National Action Network, I said that when I was younger, you talk sports all the time. I was a big boxing fan. I knew Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked Ali, I said, how did you beat George Foreman? He was much younger than you, stronger than you.
Yeah.
You went to Africa. How did you beat this guy? He said, well, Real, I'll tell you. He says, I couldn't fight like I used to. I couldn't dance. I laid on the ropes and let him punch himself out. We call it the rope-a-dope.
Right.
He says, and then when I saw the opening, I knew I had to get him now, and I hit him when I knew he was tired. I think the Democrats have rope-a-doped Donald Trump.
By the way, I would tell you, it's very early in this political battle. I will say I saw a clip the other day. I've never seen it before, of Ali before he's about to go on stage in Zaire against Foreman. And he's turning to all his people, and they're sitting there looking glum. And he's like,
right.
What are you doing? What are you? He basically says, this chump's not going to beat me.
Right.
You all look like we're going to a funeral. It's like, smile, come on.
None of them thought he was going to win that fight.
No, they thought he was going to get crushed.
That's right,
Yeah.
74.
Yeah, so Michael Beschloss, it's very, very early. It's very, very early.
Early in the morning.
Early in the morning.
Early
in President Trump's administration.
And early in the administration. We don't know where this is going to go. We don't know how far it's going to go. We just don't. But we do know this about power in Washington, D.C. It is fleeting. I'm old enough and I've been around long enough to see one administration after another go in, and they go in thinking that it's the end of history, that they're smarter than everybody that ever walked through those gates before them, and they have figured out the secret. And I see them leave quite differently. I'm not saying that's happening here.
Yeah, we don't know.
I am just saying, though, that for Democrats who are thinking this is the end of history and this is it, and for Trump supporters, as Wall Street Journal, this Wall Street Journal op-ed says, who think they can do whatever they want to do, because 35% of the MAGA base is excited about it, may in fact, as Mr. Riley says, may in fact be badly misreading not only the political situation now, but just politics in general.
Of course. No, that's absolutely right. And I agree with all of you that, of course, this is not the end of history. And no one can predict. Every time you have a president who is asserting strong presidential power, all the way back to Andrew Jackson and presidents in this century like Roosevelt and Reagan and LBJ, the story unfolds. You can never predict. I keep on remembering, that LBJ, as you all know, who knew Congress so well, at the beginning of 1965, the beginning of his big legislative year, the Great Society, was talking to Hubert Humphrey, and Humphrey was saying, isn't it great? We've got this enormous landslide. We've got huge control of Congress. We've got a very sympathetic Supreme Court. And at the same time, Johnson, who was a lot wiser and realized that you can never predict in advance. He said, well, that's all great, but I'm asking, for instance, a lot of members of Congress who want to run for re-election to the House, for example, next year, to make some sacrifices that they might not want to make. And probably after I ask them for all these strong Great Society programs and also to escalate the Vietnam War, they're going to get tired and start striking back. So they did in the fall of 1965, and LBJ suffered a big reversal in the midterms that, going by what you've been saying, Joe, could not have been foreseen.
What we heard yesterday, the explanation from the White House about these cuts, the freezes of the federal grants and the federal loans this was the president's mandate. He was swept in to do these things. Well, that's not how this works. There's a Congress, as you just explained very well, that controls the purse strings. But to your point, they believe because he won 7 swing states, he won by a point and a half with a plurality of the vote, not a majority of the vote, that he can do whatever he wants. And so you get statements like the one from the acting director of OMB yesterday explaining these freezes of trillions of dollars that affect everyone from hospitals to Head Start programs, saying we need to stop, quote, Marxist equity, transgenderism, and then started talking about the Green New Deal, to which parents who don't have Head Start today for their pre-K children and not sure where to leave them so that they can go to their jobs say, what the hell are you talking about?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
And Democrats sitting back, making sure it's very clear to the American people, no need to distill this for you, no need to influence thinking. This is on the Trump administration. There you go.